An interesting development taking place in London. Veeraswamy is a legend in British culinary history, now fighting to stay put. The legal case between the restaurant and the Crown Estate hinges on the latter refusing to extend the lease where Veeraswamy operates. The Michelin-starred restaurant has received a mail from the Crown Estate emphasizing that it could not extend its lease beyond June. As the Crown Estate declines to extend the lease, its co-owner Ranjit Mathrani has approached a court. Legal decision next year will determine if this nearly 100-year-old restaurant stays or relocates. So let's look at the facts, and then one of those owners would come with us and have a conversation on the other side. Take a look.
Veeraswamy, a landmark of India and United Kingdom's shared cultural history. From Jawaharlal Nehru to Sarojini Naidu, from stars like Charlie Chaplin to royalty like Prince of Wales, all have visited Veeraswamy in London. It's not just one of the oldest Indian restaurants in the United Kingdom, but probably one of the best too, since it's a Michelin-star restaurant. While Veeraswamy is set to celebrate its 100th anniversary next year, the Crown Estate, a public body which manages the lands belonging to the British Crown, have decided to not renew the lease of the restaurant. The Crown Estate is claiming that they need Veeraswamy's ground floor entrance, leaving the restaurant without any access and hence forcing it to close down. The iconic restaurant has approached the court. However, any relief from the court is a far-fetched outcome so far. In the meantime, the restaurant is offering to pay extra rent and has come up with an alternative solution, but the Crown Estate hasn't agreed. Veeraswamy's owners term the action against it as cultural vandalism and are surprised by the hesitance of the Crown Estate to come to any understanding with a restaurant with such a long legacy. They only hope public support and government intervention. While a petition to protect this cultural relic has amassed 17,000 signatures in London so far, will this be enough? Or should the Indian government too step in for UK's oldest Indian restaurant?
All right, Chamellia Punjabi, Group Director of Veeraswamy, joins us live from London. Very good evening to you, ma'am, and thanks for joining us. First up, the kind of legacy, it's not just about the culinary legacy, I think it's a piece of history, this restaurant. And have you not been able to communicate that aspect very well to the authorities there, because of which this is happening?
I think it's been very well communicated to the authorities. We have written to the Crown Estate many times. We have given options. There has been huge media coverage in Britain, in all the leading newspapers, on BBC Evening News, on ITV News. So everybody is aware. The symbolism of Veeraswamy goes much beyond.
I think we lost the line there with Miss Punjabi, and we'll try and reconnect. This is essentially, she was talking about the dialogue that's happening. All right, she's back. Yes, continue, ma'am. We lost your line there briefly. Please come.
At the same time.
Go ahead.
Yeah, start.
Yeah. So Veeraswamy is not just a restaurant. It's a cultural institution. It was patronized by royalty, both from the West and from India, by politicians, by intellectuals, by famous actors, and people who just loved India and Indian food. It was the place where the discussions took place for the freedom of India during colonial rule. It was open through the World War II, through the Depression, through the period of rationing. It has played its part in British history. And it is such a symbol of Indo-British cooperation. You know, the location of Veeraswamy is interesting.
Yeah.
It's situated on the mezzanine floor. It overlooks the grand Regent Street, but the entrance is from a small alleyway on the side. A few years ago, the Crown Estate, the landlord, asked us to make a separate entrance and gave us this 11 square meters. Now suddenly they've decided they want the 11 square meters back. And for what reason? Because they want to have a bigger reception area in the place next door. Now, do you really think that a bigger reception is a reason for terminating a 100-year-old restaurant?
Just to understand, Ms. Punjabi, since you mentioned that this 11 square meter was given to you some time back, can you not revert to the earlier arrangement? Because it seems that the restaurant really worked without this 11 square meters for quite some time.
You're quite right. We made this offer. We have made other offers that in case they rent,
I think again some network issue there. Can we connect again and get back to the conversation? Interesting bit about the legacy of a Veeraswamy restaurant, India's oldest restaurant in London. Okay, she's back. Go ahead, ma'am. Okay. I think we lost the line there again. We'll try and connect once more if we can. And okay. So if you're back, ma'am, if you're getting me, what are the options that you have given to the authorities so that some way could be found out of this without actually getting the restaurant to shut?
Well, we have asked them for a separate entrance cut off from a shop that they also own next door. We have offered to pay them a higher rent to compensate them for the fact that they will have a smaller reception. We have suggested they could move the reception to the first floor, which is very common in London. And we have even suggested that out of the 11 square meters, we will return them a part of the space, but retain just enough to have our
Okay, I think we lost her there again. I think we'll move on because there seems to be some issue with the connectivity. It's an interesting conversation. It's a legacy of not just food in London or Indian food in London, but about the entire India, or some aspect at least of India-United Kingdom relationship. And with the kind of clientele that has been there from the likes of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Sarojini Naidu to stars like Charlie Chaplin, Vivian Leigh, King Hussein of Jordan, King Christian X of Denmark, Prince of Wales, all those big names. But at this hour, at least, it seems the bureaucracy getting the better of everyone